Before I start this video, quick shout out to my amazing and incredible tier patrons. If you want to help support the channel and get your name in the beginning and the end of every single video, as well as some awesome tier rewards, consider checking out my Patreon. Link is in the description. Enjoy the video.
Hey Dylan, come here and look at this.
What do you want?
Did you hear what the FTC is doing?
No, what? They're still killing people?
No, they're not bombing YouTube. Your channel's gonna be fine.
You're lying to me. I'm fucking just save me.
No, I'm serious. Your channel's gonna be fine.
Really?
Yeah, they put up a post not long ago talking about what they're targeting, who they're after, all that kind of stuff.
Oh.
And your channel should be fine.
You're not lying to me, right?
No, it's fine.
Okay. Alright. What were we talking about again?
The FTC's not gonna shut down your channel. You're good.
Well, that's great news!
When did you take your pants off?
Don't do drugs, kids. I've made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment. I don't expect to be forgiven. I'm just here to apologize. It would seem I jumped the gun a little, huh? Haha. Well, good news, everyone! I don't gotta stop doing videos. What's up, guys? My name, of course, is Wings, and welcome back to the channel. The channel that I'm hoping to keep thriving for many more centuries onwards past all this FTC bullshit. I am coming back, but there's some things that I need to talk about, some things that I need to mention that are relevant and important to why I'm coming back and my decision for coming back in general. So the FTC recently put out something that basically explained in a bit more detail of exactly what COPPA is going to enforce on YouTube and how it's going to affect people and what type of content it's going to affect. So let's jump into that really quick. Okay, so recently the FTC put out some new stuff along the lines of everything you're seeing on screen right now. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go through this entire page and read everything and just kind of try to break down what it means. A friend of mine, Levant, actually brought some of this stuff. I already know about this page and I'd read a bit over it, but he actually brought some more stuff to my opinion and broke it down just to give people a bit more clarity on what they mean by things. So let's read over this and I'll see if I can do my best to explain exactly what's going on here. The FTC action against YouTube and Google. The lawsuit against YouTube and Google alleged that the companies illegally collecting personal information from children in violation of COPPA. According to the complaint, the company collected the information from viewers of child-directed YouTube channels in the form of persistent identifiers that track users across the internet, but didn't notify parents and get their consent. To settle the case, YouTube and Google agreed to create a mechanism so that channel owners can designate when the videos they upload to YouTube are to use the words of COPPA directed to children. The purpose of this requirement is to make sure that both YouTube channels and owners are complying with the law. So it's pretty self-explanatory. YouTube was collecting data from people under the ages of 13 without parental consent. COPPA stepped in and said, not up in here! A COPPA recap. That provision of settlement has raised questions amongst content creators about how to determine whether or not their uploads to YouTube and other platforms is directed to children. You're goddamn right we do. Goddamn right. The answer requires a brief summary of key COPPA provisions passed by Congress in 1998. The Children's Online Privacy Protection Act is a federal law that protects the privacy of children under 13. COPPA's foundational principle is one that most people can agree on. Parents, not kids, companies, platforms, or content creators should be in control when it comes to information collected from children online. Okay, so herein lies a problem. When I blow snot out the left side of my nose and everyone watches it. So it's not the content creator's job, it's not my job, it's not your job, it's the parent's job to determine, pay attention, watch, and monitor what your kids are doing online. The internet's not a place for children, the internet has never been a place for children, and for COPPA to leave this responsibility on us, knowing that we can't completely, control what kind of ads get put on our videos, if ads at all, it's not our fault. If we have adult-only content and nothing but children is watching it, how is that our fault? It's the parent's place to step in and go, well, that guy's saying cunt and pussy and there's fuck everywhere and there's some shit on the ground, there's a lot of blood. Little Timmy, I think you need to go up to your room and not watch this stuff no more because this ain't for kids. But no, they're not doing that. They're just going, here, little Timmy, watch this toy channel. they say fuck a lot, but it's okay. I'm a good parent. Now, that's not to say that there aren't good parents out there, but for the most part, this is what's happening. Look, parents are giving their little shits a tablet and telling them to go up to their room and watch you. Oh, come in my throat. Watch YouTube and not watching them themselves. They're using YouTube as a parental tool, and that's not what it is. It's not designed to teach your children stuff. If anything, it's going to ruin your children, because the internet ruins people if you're not careful. If you go onto the internet and you don't have a thick skin, you're fucked. And that's just a fact. You've got to really crack down on what your kids are doing online, parents. Stop letting the internet teach your kids. Stop it. Now, if it's like an online learning system or like some kind of shit for school, that's understandable, but it's not that. That's not what's happening. They're using YouTube. And this is when this shit happens. Now, this isn't the parents' fault entirely, because YouTube is the one that was collecting data from people under the age of 13 knowingly and not getting parental consent. That's a big L on their part. It's a big fucking piece of shit move. But that's not to say it's entirely YouTube's fault. And I know it's really easy to place blame on YouTube because they fucked up a lot in the past, but it's not entirely YouTube's fault. It's them plus the parents who are letting this happen. Now, parents are unknowingly letting their kids' data get collected by YouTube. They don't know this is going on, hence the they're not getting consent whole shtick, but it's not YouTube's responsibility to, or it's not our responsibility to dictate what your kids watch. It's the parent. The parent should step in, pick some channels that they like, and only allow their kids to watch those channels, and make sure they're only watching them by constantly keeping an eye on them. But here's the thing, you shouldn't even let them be on YouTube. They should be on the YouTube Kids app that plays for people under the age of 13. You know, that thing that just got fucking completely forgotten about. I don't think the FTC even knows it's a thing, because if it was, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't be doing this shit. Or they wouldn't be enforcing it on content creators if they know that there is a specific platform for children where content creators are only making children-based content. No, that's irrelevant. That doesn't matter. No one cares about that. That's not a big deal, because that would go against what they're claiming. Anyways, let's move on. So, as the title suggests, I'm back, but we're not out of the woods yet. I was wrong about jumping the gun, but I wasn't wrong about this being bad. This is still bad, and this is still going to affect a lot of channels. However, I think the majority of channels I thought were going to get hit are more or less safe for now. I like to think I'm safe. A lot of my thumbnails have like bloody characters and just like they just don't look very kid friendly. I like to think. I don't think any of my content looks like it's for people under the age of 13. And I can't even look at my analytics to see the age demographic that I go to. Even though I've been on YouTube for over 3 years, they haven't provided me with an age demographic that I can look at. It just says there's not enough data to give me an accurate representation of my age demographic. So I have no idea. But I'm hoping to God that it's people over the age of like 17. That's what I can hope for. Army of 13-year-olds. Let's go. Oh, I completely forgot we were even reading this shit. So this stuff right here, if you want to pause the video and read that, it's relevant, but it's not quite relevant to what this video's subject is. So if you want to pause and read that, you can. I'm not just going to skip over it. You can look at it if you want to. So let's move on. How COPPA applies to channel owners. So how does COPPA apply to channel owners who upload their content to YouTube or a third-party platform? A lot of cum in my throat today. COPPA applies in the same way it would if the channel owner had its own website or app. Well, see, here's the thing though. You don't own YouTube. You just have an account on it, and there's a thin line. There's a thin line, and they're trying to mesh those two sides together when they're not the same thing. If a channel owner uploads content to a platform like YouTube, the channel might meet the definition of a website or online service. How though? If I go make an account on Bungie.net, does that mean I have a website on their website? That makes no sense. If I go make an account on fucking, I don't know, Pornhub, and I mean, what the fuck? That doesn't make any sense. You're not creating a website when you make an account on a website. That's not how that works. And I don't think they think about that. That doesn't make any sense. And I'm sure someone in the comment section is going to be like, well, this is actually what they mean. Well, that's not what they said. If that's actually what they mean, that's not what they're saying right here. This is basically saying, if you make an account on something and you start providing content on that thing, that you now have a website on that website, or you now own that website, or you own that specific area of that website. You don't own your channel, YouTube does, and YouTube can get rid of it at any point, and they've shown that in last like 3 or 4 years. But that's not to say you don't have any say over your account. You belong, or your channel belongs to YouTube. You just have a little corner in YouTube. It's not entirely your thing. So, but you do control what gets uploaded, but then it can be taken down at any point. So in the end, you don't really control a lot of it. Covered by COPPA, depending on the nature of the content and the information collected. If the content is directed to children, and if the channel owner or someone on its behalf, for example, an ad network, collects personal information from viewers of that content, for example, through a persistent identifier that tracks the user to serve interest-based ads, the channel is covered by COPPA. Once COPPA applies, the operator must provide notice, obtain a verifiable parental consent, and meet COPPA's other requirements. For information on how to comply with COPPA, please visit the FTC's COPPA page, blah, blah, blah. Sorry guys, I'm not human. I stumble over my words sometimes. It's reading's hard, okay? Reading's not the easiest thing in the world. How channel owners can determine if their content is directed to children. Under COPPA, there's no one-size-fits-all, clearly. Answer about what makes a site directed to children, but we can offer some guidance. To be clear, your content isn't considered directed to children just because some children may see it. Well, that's good to know. However, if your intended audience is kids under 13, you're covered by COPPA. You have to honor the rules requirements. You mean the rules and requirements? That's weird. The rule sets out additional factors the FTC will consider in determining whether your content is child directed. The subject matter, okay. Visual content, okay. The use of animated characters or child-oriented activity and incentives. See, this is where I'm a little worried, because it's like you look at Minecraft, for example. You look at Minecraft, and it's like Minecraft is rated E for everyone, so, and they go on to say later that they are aware that there are certain things that children may like that appeal to everyone, and it's not just kids. But I feel like Minecraft YouTubers are gonna get hard, because you look at Minecraft and the first thing you think of as, that's for a kid. Like, no, Minecraft isn't for kids. Like, it may look like it's, that's where the stigma comes from. A lot of things that look for kids are typically the most unchild-friendly things. And that's the world we live in. So you look at Minecraft, and although it on the surface appears for kids, there's a lot more complex stuff to it that a child couldn't even figure out. You ever set up a fucking redstone robot that walks across the fucking map? I don't think a child under 12 or under 13 years old is gonna figure that out. That's a lot of fucking planning and work, especially if you're doing it survival. I've never done it because I'm an idiot, but it's hard work. Take it from me, because I've never done it. The kind of music or other audio content, the age of models. Okay, so if there is a game, I don't know, let's say The Walking Dead, Telltale's The Walking Dead, right? The first one, where Clementine is a child. Okay, The Walking Dead, Telltale's Walking Dead, it's not a child's game. It's nowhere, any way, shape, or form intended for children. But because there is a child, there's multiple children models in that game, is that going to count? This is where I think they need to be more specific and very, you know, in touch with today's pop culture and society. They need to really know what they're doing, because if they just go, oh, well, this has a child 3D model in it, and I'm gonna get to the other part of it in a second. If this has a child 3D model in it, this is for kids. This is a scene where someone gets raped. You still think this is for kids? It's like, you see what I'm saying though, right? Like, you can't just say because this has a child model in it that it's for kids. It's like there's a lot of places where children exist. Does that mean it's a place for kids? No. It just means their kids are there. Should they be there? Probably not, but they are. On the other hand, this could mean literal child models, and you see a lot of this disgusting shit on YouTube where there's children half naked walking around. It's disgusting. It's weird and it's disgusting. I don't think children should be models, and if they are, they should be fully clothed and, you know, doing kid stuff. They shouldn't be, you know, underage girls in half naked clothes walking on a runway. That's nasty. You shouldn't do that. That's fucking weird. And if you subscribe to that kind of content, I hope you're not a weirdo, because anyways, let's move on. The language or other characteristics of the site. Well, fucking fucker, fuck shit, goddamn motherfucking cunt whore. We can't say fuck, but if we do, it's not for kids, so I just sealed my deal right there. Not for kids. Unsealed Wings, a non-family friendly channel. I mean, at this rate, being family friendly is the worst thing you could do on YouTube. It is the bottom of the barrel content now because you can't get anywhere with it. Why would you ever go family friendly on YouTube now? Like before it was like, you need to be family friendly or you're gonna get kicked off of YouTube because we want to cut back on unfamily friendly content. And now they're like, don't be family friendly because if you are, you're fucked. It's ridiculous. When advertising that promotes or appears on the site is directed to children and competent and reliable empirical data about the age of the audience. Okay, so like I said, when I go to my YouTube Creator Studio, it doesn't tell me that, it doesn't tell me the age demographic. And like I said, we can't really control what ads get put on our videos because of it. It's not our fault. It's the people putting the ads on it. And I know we get to choose where the ads go, but I don't think we get to choose what ads go on it. And just to give you an idea, or not the idea of the ads thing, I'm going to show you that I can't even see my age demographic. Yeah, so you can see right here, most of my viewers are subscribed, 45% are not subscribed. Hey, hit that subscribe button, man. Why are you watching? Why are you constantly watching my videos if you're not going to subscribe? You obviously like my content. Subscribe. You're doing nothing but helping both of us, because if you like what I do and you constantly come back, not subscribe, it's like you look at a hot dog and it looks really, really good and you're able to eat it, but you choose not to. What the fuck? All from the United States, some from France, some from Ukraine, none from Australia or Sweden, probably none from other places. And then the age down here and the gender, it just doesn't tell me. Now, back in the day, it did used to show me these things. I did have this available to see, but now it's just saying not enough demographic data to show this report. Same for the age thing. So I have no idea why it's not doing that. So YouTube and the FTC can't give me shit for that because I don't know and they're not telling me. So YouTube, fix this shit. Yeah, almost 4 years of data and you're telling me it's not enough to tell me what my age demographic is? That's bullshit. You get on that. Fix it. Go on, Yanni. Go on, get. Okay, so finishing this out, what are the possible penalties for violating COPPA? And I know I got this wrong in my leaving YouTube video where I said it was like 72 or 74 grand. That was wrong. It was really high. I don't know what my brain was doing at that time. I was wrong about that. The rules allows for civil penalties up to $42,530 per violation, but the FTC considers a number of factors in determining the appropriate amount, including a company's financial condition and the impact a penalty could have on its ability to stay in business. While Google and YouTube paid $170 million in the COPPA case settled this year, the operator paid a total civil penalty of $35 grand. Okay, so even 5 grand is a lot of money. 5 grand can destroy someone. It can. And that's something to think about. Now, if it's like, if it was like a penalty of up to like $500 per video, that's still a lot of fucking money. Even if it were that low, because those, I mean, if every video on my channel got flagged $500 a piece, I'd be bankrupt. Because that's 600 videos. I would be, my life would be over. I'd be destroyed. So these penalties are out fucking outrageous when you consider that these creators don't have as much control as the FTC claims they have over if children get to see it, how they see it, the ads provided, the type of content, all that stuff. Yeah, you can choose what type of content you upload, but you can't choose who watches it, who it gets marketed to, all that crazy shit. If you're deliberately going on a page that is like, has a bunch of children on it, you're posting your videos there, then that's on you. But the most I ever do is I share my video on Facebook, I share it on my Twitter, I post it in two Reddit subreddits, and it gets posted on like 2 different Discords, all of which typically have adults in them. So I just don't get it. They think we have all this power that we don't actually have. Where can channel owners go for more information? So this is for anyone, I guess, if you want to look more into this. So I'm just gonna leave this on screen for a second, let you go to that if you want to. I'll put a link to all 3 of these links in the description for you to go look at, and I'll put a link to this page in the description as well if you want to go look at this as well and, give your own opinion. Alright guys, so that's about it. So yeah, I'm coming back to YouTube. I was, honestly, I was worried that I wouldn't be able to come back. I was worried that this shit was going to hit even harder than it has. And it's not even in effect yet. And even me coming back is jumping the gun, because it could just go completely south and just fuck up. It could. And come this January, I could get fined. It's a possibility, but I don't know, I guess I'm just right now, like, seeing all this has kind of gave me a little bit more hope that things will be a little better and that what I'm worried about won't quite hit as hard as what I'm thinking it will. So, I'm coming back. We're going to continue Soma today, like I promised, because I didn't get to do it on Twitch because OBS decided that I had to log into Twitch and it fucked up all my settings and I had to fix all of it and I didn't have time to stream. So, coming back, expect some Halo Reach when it launches. I'm going to be live streaming the entire game, the entire playthrough of the campaign, probably on Legendary here on the channel with some friends, my little brother, that kind of stuff. Yeah, I'm back. Hopefully things get better from here. I have a video planned to upload pretty soon. I thought it was pretty funny. It was a video that was going to go up in place of I'm quitting, but you know, obviously I'm quitting went up. So sorry if I scared you guys. Sorry to the people who thought I was actually quitting. I was. So it's not like I just made up an excuse to get views. Although that video did get a lot of traction, which is weird. But no, I'm not actually quitting. But to be clear, I was quitting. I didn't lie to anyone. I was fully set on leaving. Then a lot of people provided me with, you know, knowledgeable information that this isn't as bad as I thought it was. So I'm going to come back and give it a chance. After the first of the year, we'll know for sure. Everything's true colors will come to show. And we can basically make a decision then and decide if our channel is worth keeping, if it's worth the risk of getting fined, or if everything's good. Alright guys, well, thanks so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed, subscribe. If you want to see more like this, like the video. Not that you'd want to see more on the Copa shit because, it's, you know, too many people have already made videos on this already. I've got some more content coming in the future. Stick around. Tick that little bell icon so you're notified. If you want to support the channel, Patreon's in the description. And when I stream, you can also go to the link with the OBS stuff, and you can donate that way. It's up to you. Alright guys, thanks for watching. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye guys.